Greetings and welcome back to Drew's office. So just the other day, I received this email from Google inviting me to meet their new chatbot. What? You want me to meet a robot? Hello Bard, nice to meet you. And we've already met ChatGPT in our previous video. In today's video, we're going to test which of these AI tools knows their Excel. We've got a few tasks that we want to complete in our spreadsheet, and we're going to ask each AI chatbot the exact same question. And we'll keep a scorecard to see who reigns supreme at the end. For our first task, we want to calculate how many shifts each staff member has done. Let's start with Google Bard. Here's the question that we're going to copy and paste. This will be interesting. Let's copy and paste. Blessing did 5 shifts. Abby did 1 shift. But we get incorrect results for Karen and Mary. If we look in the formula bar, we can see the problem. The range should have been an absolute cell reference. Perhaps we didn't ask the question properly. Nevertheless, the formula is not working. So, it's 0 points for Bard on this one. Let's ask the same question of ChatGPT. Look at this formula. It's almost identical, but we have an absolute cell reference for the range, and ChatGPT has even fixed the column for the criteria. This is already looking more promising. Let's give it a try. Autofill down. Bingo. This is a victory for ChatGPT. Update our scorecard. Our second scenario, we need a formula to calculate the pay column. The pay rate is different if we worked a night shift. This formula could be tricky, and also we don't want to explain our spreadsheet all over again. We just want to continue the same conversation. Let's see the question that we'll be asking. Start with our friend Bard. Okay, what do we have here then? An if function? No. This is not going to work. Again, quite possibly down to a language barrier. We've only recently become friends after all. Did this formula work? The short answer is, the if function is not necessary. The cell reference B8 to B11, not relevant, and we didn't mention them when we posed the questions. Essentially, it's another big fat 0 for Bard. Let's ask ChatGPT the same question. This looks promising. We have multiple count if statements nested. Let's check it out. Okay, blessing is wrong, should be 500. Abby is correct. Karen should be 600 with 1 night shift, and Mary should be 800. I think we might be able to tweak this formula slightly. Why has ChatGPT missed off column F? This formula looks good to me. First, we're just looking in rows 3 and 4 and counting the names that match blessing. add those two counts together and multiply by the day rate, and do the same for row 5, multiply by the night rate, add both of these totals together, and boom, autofill down. ChatGPT provided a big chunk for this formula, so we ought to give it a score here. And we've got one more test for our chatbot friends. But first, let's give these two formulas a little test. If we were filling out next week's rota, we might want one or two different names in here. 1 day shift and 1 night shift each. Add the staff to the list down here. This is beautiful, guys. We want to highlight anyone who's earned more than £500. This could be a chance for Google Bard to redeem itself. And we're just going to continue our conversation. With this one, let's copy the instructions and see where it takes us. For some reason, Bard wants us to create the formula in D12. This can't be right. Let's stick it in D8. Autofill down and create a standard conditional format. Highlight cell rules greater than 500. As we can see, this is another big fat. We didn't ask for any of this yes/no stuff. It seems totally unnecessary. The cell references were all wrong in any case. For sure, if we're familiar with Excel, we could amend this formula quite easily. Change the cell reference to column C. The question is, can ChatGPT get a clean sweep? We've got some instructions to follow here and a fairly advanced nested formula. I can already see one potential issue. Look at this. What is this $sign doing there in front of the count if statement? Before we test this formula, let's paste it into a blank cell and check it out. We can use a tilde and then paste it in as normal text. That way, Excel will not try and execute it as a formula. In the formula bar, we can use Alt and Enter to make this formula easier to read. I'm not sure why ChatGPT is neglecting column F again. So we're doing the same calculation as per the previous formula. That is, look inside rows 3 and 4, but only count the ones that match blessing. Add those two numbers together using the sum function, then multiply it by the day rate. Do a similar thing for the night rate. And when we add those two totals together, the conditional format will only kick in if it's greater than 500. Select our range. This time we need a conditional format using a formula. Paste the formula in here. And when we click OK, we can officially declare ChatGPT as the winner of our little experiment. And speaking of experiments, both Google Bard and ChatGPT are experimental tools. And I'm sure the language model will improve over time. But for now, we'll still need to fact check everything and keep an eye out for inaccuracies and sometimes complete untruths. And there we have it, a little glimpse into the world of AI chatbots. Welcome to the future, guys.